Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Norn9. The last episode, which would be our first going along the Kakeru Koharu route, it was going long, so I had to insert a break in there, and I'm not sure exactly where this intro is going to be in that insert. But suffice it to say, we're still on this beginning track of theirs, and I haven't even gotten to the point where Koharu can choose her guy yet. But we should be getting to that very soon. I just couldn't wait any longer because I knew that break was coming in. So anyway, let's continue on with the story. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. So, what's your name? Yes, my name is Koharu. It was given to me by the traveler. He gave it to you? So it's not your real name then. And what about your last name? I don't think he gave me a last name. I don't know my real name. This is the only one I remember having. I doubt that matters. What does matter is that we can finally call you by a name. Yeah, it feels really rude to say hey you all the time. Thank you. Koharu. You just said you were waiting for years, right? Just waiting for this ship? But you know, I think you were really waiting for your friends to come along. Friends who would call you by name, Koharu. Friends? To be totally honest, none of us are all that close right now, I bet. But I'm sure we'll find our chances to get to know each other better. So relax, okay? What you were waiting for so long is here. Dangerous levels of cheesiness. First, I think Senri and I are about to get to know each other really well. Oi, what do you slackers think you're doing? Get back to work, you lazy bastards. Are you finished changing yet? Yes, thank you, Nanami. Apparently, there are lots of changes of clothes on this ship. That's good to know. I went with Yuika and the others, and we picked a whole lot of peaches. I made sure to wash them until they were all totally clean, so anybody can eat them. Do you like peaches? Maybe she hates them. Oh right, my name. I should tell her that I remembered my name. Nanami, guess what? I need to go. Oh, okay. Everyone's here. All right. Yuika said we were all going to take a break together. But where's Suzuhara? Hey, you shut your yap, pretty boy. This isn't the time to be making jokes like that. I'm being quite serious, I assure you. So what proof you got, huh? Where's your evidence? I am afraid I don't have any. That's enough, you two. Cool it. Oh my! What's going on? You're kinda already acting like it's a definite thing that there is someone. This could all still be an accident. No, Otomaru, this was not an accident. There is a conspirator among us. I am absolutely certain of this. A conspirator? Mikoto, would you mind going over your conclusions again? Those who weren't present could use an update to alleviate confusion. Alright. So far, the ship has been attacked 3 times. On 2 of these occasions, I saw the attacker with my own eyes. He's a young man who appears to be of a similar age to us. He was present during the most recent attack. I don't know if he is working alone, but to this point, he is the only one I have seen. To this point, I have managed to rebuff the assaults using my barriers and the ones that I have deployed on this ship. Ah yes, I am certain some of you already know this by now, but allow me to explain my barriers. I can create barriers of any size and shape I wish, wherever I wish. These barriers can repel any and all attacks. You can block attacks? Basically, she's very good at protecting things. Whatever she wants to protect, nobody can harm. Ever. Oh, I see. So that's how she was able to protect the ship before. She used her powers. Thank you, Mr. Senri. I understand now. I have already set a barrier around this ship. I will admit, I have never had to enclose an object this big before, so the barrier across the roof is thinner than I would like. Putting it another way, so long as the roof is defended, no attack can touch us. However, this latest assault opened that large hole in the second floor, despite a barrier already being deployed in that area. We can't say what kind of attack it was. None of us witnessed it. Are you certain there were no flaws in the barrier on the second floor? Yes, aside from the previously mentioned area on the roof, the entire barrier is solid. Then how? The attack came from inside the ship. Okay. Are you sure we can definitely say that? Because that means you're implying that one of us right here, right now, is a traitor. Oh, I know this person. Yuika told me his name before. Mr. Heishi Otomaru. And the one with sunglasses is Mr. Ran Muroboshi. Mr. Ran stepped up alongside Otomaru and started talking.
Yeah, it sucks, but looking at the evidence, it seems like it's gotta be an inside job, you know? You saw how jacked up the wall was, right? But there wasn't much rubble and stuff. The only way that makes any sense to me is if you figure the explosion or whatever went off inside and just blew all the junk out.
Huh? Where'd you get that idea? Whatever the case, we need a plan now that we know this is a possibility. Really? Masamune, you're siding with him?
I'm not saying there's a traitor or not, but we can't say for certain there isn't. So as long as the possibility of there being one exists, we can't just sit around and do nothing.
A traitor? So maybe one of the people here right now was the one that put that really big hole in the ship. But why would someone do that? Considering the damage done, I would say the traitor is likely connected to our attacker, or has offensive power. Offensive powers?
See, that's what I've been saying. This has all been set up from the beginning.
What do you mean?
The world sent this ship for us, right? You've seen how huge it is, but there are only 9 guest rooms, that's it.
The world? That's the big important thing that brought us all together.
Our duty, as given to us by the world, is to use our powers for peace, and never anything more. But why only 9 rooms? And that's why I started thinking, maybe there are actually only supposed to be 9 of us on this ship in the first place. That's just a guess. I don't think so. Just like a hotel with 100 rooms is meant for 100 guests. Isn't this ship only meant for 9 people because it has 9 rooms?
So 3 of us aren't supposed to be on this ship?
Right. We already know one, of course. The little one, but the other 2... Itsuki!
But if that's the case, why isn't the world doing anything about it? It's dragged us all on this ship, and now it's going to ignore us? Oh, Toya, you can communicate with the world, right? Has it said anything about this at all?
No, not a thing. I've asked it a dozen times about the number of passengers we're supposed to have, but I've never gotten an answer.
What?
They don't give a rat's ass about us. I could have told you that. Hell, I bet you they're hoping they can get rid of us, since we've ruined their precious balance of peace crap.
That's nuts. The world's sole purpose is to protect the peace. Why would it do something like that? Wait, could it be this ship was not sent by the world?
Whoa, cool it right there. Doubting the will of the world is a crime, you know. Well, that's enough talk of theories and suspicions. Right now we need a plan.
Yuika!
For the moment, let's work under the assumption that we have a traitor amongst us. Wait a minute. No, I still can't skip. If we can't do at least that, we won't get anywhere. Also, remember there could be more than one. Our best plan of action is to get everything out in front of everyone, I guess. What do you mean by that? We set up a policy when we first got here, right? No prying into people's pasts and powers. Well, I say now we ditch that. Everyone has to come clean on where they're from, what their powers are, everything.
True, if we knew what powers everyone has, it would at least narrow down our list of potential suspects, don't you think? Oh no! What would they do if they found out what my powers are? Would they think I'm the bad guy? I don't know what to do. I refuse. I'm not discussing my powers. Why? Personally, I think it's a pretty good solid plan. No, it isn't anywhere close to good. I'm not a traitor, and I will not tell you what my powers are. If you think all of us have powers we can make public with no consequences, you're dead wrong.
Oh, come on. Why be so defensive about it? Is it a really embarrassing power or something? Ugh, whatever. Kakeru, that plan sucks. Come up with something else.
Okay. I do have another idea, but I think this is literally the only other option. We split up into pairs and keep watch on each other to make sure nobody pulls anything funny.
Pairs? What's the logic behind that? Why not groups of 3 or 4?
We've been split up into teams of 4 from the beginning, right? Obviously that wasn't enough to stop the last attack. So we have to break it down more into pairs.
That's a good point. It does look like that's our best option right now.
Let's put it to a vote. All who are opposed, raise your hand. Only 2 people raised their hands, Mr. Senri and Nanami. Yuiga looked at both of them for a second, but he didn't say anything.
Well, the ayes have it. We'll go with Kakeru's plan. So, how should we pair off?
Good question. How about we let the girls decide who they're pairing up with first? However, girls can't pair up with girls. And why not?
Isn't it obvious? Because 2 ladies can't have kids together, and neither can 2 guys for that matter.
Interesting. Should I sew those lips of yours together permanently now?
Yikes.
There are some logical advantages to pairing up guy-girl. If there's another attack, there will definitely be a guy nearby to protect the girl. That is very true.
Also, it's highly likely our infiltrator is male.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Well, that's mostly my own personal intuition, but I'd rather not get into details.
Hey, you already said this much. You might as well spit the rest of it out.
For the love of God, no. I've heard way too many hunches today. If anybody says something, it better be 100% solid fact, or I'm going to lose it. Unless you can prove it, shut it.
And that's exactly what I intend. Since there's a possibility we have multiple infiltrators, we need to have at least one girl keeping an eye on the guys.
Huh. So the girls will be watching us, eh? Cool. It almost sounds like you're setting them out as bait to draw the perp out.
Not really. We'll leave the teams and the chore rotation the same, and set up what nightly patrols we can, okay? What we need to do right now is to stick close to each other and stay alert, making it hard for the traitors to act. Now, who's choosing who? Okay, so now I get to choose. One of the people here could be friends with the bad guy who attacked the ship. That scares me a whole lot, but what's worse is, this makes me really anxious too. Maybe somebody will start thinking I'm the one who made that big hole in the ship. If they figure out what my power is, they might find out how terrible and scary it is. Then maybe they'll start to think that the bad guy is me. You say you were waiting for years, right? Just waiting and waiting for this ship.
But you know,
I think you were really waiting for your friends to come along. Friends who would call you by name, Koharu. So relax, okay? What you were waiting for so long is here. There was a heavy, solid weight in my hands. The peach. Maybe because of how warm my fingers are, its pretty pink color has started turning brown. Oh. But when it fits you just right, someone will come get you. Then, on that day, you'll be released from your loneliness.
Now I get to pick Kakeru. And neither of the other guys is locked. Oh wait, Masamune is locked. Huh. Chapter 2. Okay, looks like everybody's picked a partner. So here's the breakdown. Senri slash Masamune, Sakuya slash Mikoto, Ron slash Nanami. What, really? I thought she would be with Heishi. Akito slash Heishi. Got it? Great. Now let's all get to know our new partners and have fun, okay? Have fun my ass. I'm not sticking around for this crap. Hey, come back here! They just told us not to go off on our own, man. Get lost. I don't need you around. Hold it. We weren't finished here yet. We need to discuss possible motives for the... Nobody seems to keep an eye on me. I'll just go stay in my room. I promise I won't come out. Just leave me alone. Ugh, Senri, wait. Hey, come back here. Sakuya, allow me to clarify something. I did not pair up with you because I wanted to. I didn't think it for a moment. I'm sure there was no particular meaning behind it at all. So, I'm paired up with you. Okay. Wait, and what's your name again? Hanako?
Getting to know everyone and be friends seems like it's going to be really hard.
Well, crap. Everybody split. We weren't even done yet, either.
Yeah, now we can't finish what we had to say.
Huh? Was there something you wanted to say?
Huh? Oh, were you done talking about the, traitor, was it?
Oh, that, yeah. People had started tuning out already. If I kept going, it would just make everyone more upset. But this is what we forgot to do.
Yuika stuck his hand into the bag by his side and pulled out a peach. Oh, the peaches!
Yep. Akito's gone, so I guess we'll just have to save them until later. Want to help me clean up?
Sure. We still had to finish picking up all the other ones that fell off the trees, too. All we had were the ones we were going to share. Yuika said peaches are really delicate fruit, so it's best to store them at room temperature instead of an icebox. I should write that down. I wonder if everyone will really eat them.
Considering the damage done, I would say the traitor is likely connected to our attacker, or has offensive powers. We split into pairs, and keep watch on each other to make sure nobody pulls anything funny. Have fun my ass. I'm not sticking around for this crap.
Can we all be friends? I heard a noise behind me, so I turned around. Yuika had pulled a peeler out and was peeling a peach. Weren't we going to all eat them together?
Yeah, but I want one now. There, done. Here, now say, ah, Koharu.
Huh?
Come on now, say ah. If you don't, I'll pinch your nose and make you open your mouth.
Oh dear! I don't want him to pinch my nose. That sounds like it would hurt. I hurriedly opened my mouth. The moment I did, Yuika tossed a slice of peach into it. It was a little big for me. I tried biting down, just a bit, and a wave of sweet peach juice flooded my mouth. It was so yummy and sweet. All I could do was blink in surprise.
Well, is it good?
My mouth was still too full of peach to say anything politely, so instead I nodded really fast. I think he understood I was trying to say it was yummy, because he smiled back at me, and then he popped a slice into his own mouth.
Wow, these are good.
Yeah.
We did pick the best and prettiest ones we could find. You know that? Screw everyone else. Let's just eat them ourselves. Oh, or maybe we could coat the rest of the peaches in spicy stuff instead.
No, don't do that.
Why not? It'd be funny.
But then everyone would get even madder than they already are.
They're pretty much always like this.
Really?
Yeah, we already tried the team thing, but people still hide, complain, slack off. None of us really came together at all. I can't really say I'm surprised, honestly. We're all from different places and cultures. Our powers are different, some of us were put on a pedestal, some were beaten and bullied. And now we've a traitor on board. It just made everyone trust each other that much less.
You're right. Now no one will be able to try and make friends with each other and have fun together. Ever since the Traveler told me about this ship, I looked forward to the day I could finally come on board. I thought I'd be able to talk with people, to be nice to people, to have people be nice to me, to smile and laugh. But I guess it's really, really hard for things to go that well. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking of all that when I spoke earlier.
Hey, I remember seeing you write stuff down in a notebook. What's that all about?
Oh, I was writing down all the new things I learned so I could remember them.
Huh? That's really smart of you.
What? No, it's not that special. No one ever called me smart before.
I guess I'm going to have to watch what I say around you. You watch yourself too. I'm not the only liar around here, obviously. Don't trust anyone too quickly, okay?
Oh dear, some people tell lies? Like, what kind of lies?
Huh? Well, okay, look. You think I'm a boy, right?
Yeah? Oh my gosh! Yuga, are you saying you're actually a girl? That isn't a little lie! That is a really, really big lie! I'm so sorry, I didn't even notice. I never did spend much time with people before. Oh, and everyone said there were only 3 girls on board. You've been lying about being a boy this whole time. It never really occurred to me. Oh, then I guess it isn't proper for me to call you Yuga, is it? Using your first name is correct for girls, right? So, Kakeru? No, Kakerin. Kakerin? Kakerin? Kakerin, what's wrong?
Kakeru?
Oh, why are you laughing so hard? Wait, that was a lie, wasn't it?
Man, you definitely did not grow up around other people. Me, a girl? Oh, man. Did I upset you? I'm sorry. I just couldn't help myself. I didn't actually think it would work.
I'm so sorry. I got the wrong idea in my head again, didn't I?
Huh?
That was supposed to be a joke, right? I read in them in my book about manners. I think it said that taking a joke too seriously could ruin a conversation. I'm sorry. That was the part where I was supposed to laugh, but instead I felt sad. I couldn't help it. I mean, just thinking about how I've been treating you like a boy this whole time. I'm really, really sorry. I tried to apologize, but Yuiga suddenly clutched his chest like he was in severe pain. Yuiga, what's wrong?
God, my chest really hurts. Maybe they're pangs of guilt? Never mind, I'll be fine. Anyway, I think I'll have a lot of fun hanging out with you.
But we're supposed to be watching each other, right? Is that something that's fun?
Watching? Oh, the whole traitor thing, right? That's just an excuse. Putting us into teams of 4 didn't bring everyone together, so now we're breaking it down even further into pairs. If everybody can get along with just one other person, that'll make it easier to get everyone on the same page when we're together. Basically, the secret to making a group of friends is to start one-on-one, got it?
The trick to starting one-on-one. Yuiga's words echoed in my head. I'd never really heard anything like that before.
Besides, you look like the interesting sort, and you're fun to tease, too.
Yuiga!
Yeah?
You're right. Trying to make friends with everyone all at once seems really hard, but trying one at a time sounds much easier. Especially if it's with you. I think I can be friendly and have lots of fun with Yuiga. Huh? What's wrong? You're grabbing your chest again.
It's nothing. Your love is killing him!
I was worried he might not be feeling well, but a smile quickly returned to his face.
Well then, Koharu, I'm looking forward to spending time as your partner.
As he said that, Yuiga held out his hand to me. He had big hands. They were so big, they could almost completely cover my tiny ones. They were very warm. Boys sure do have really big hands. I guess he really isn't a girl. They're so warm, so reassuring. Friends. When night arrived again, I went to stay in Mikoto's room. It was just me this time. Suzuhara had found the Hiyoko's room and was going to sleep in there from now on. We went looking for some more rooms, but we never found any more. Mikoto, Nanami, and I wound up taking turns sharing just the 2 rooms. It wasn't bad at all. The beds were big and fluffy, so there was plenty of space. In fact, there was so much space that I couldn't tell if Mikoto was even in bed or not. I wonder if she's fallen asleep already. It would be rude to wake her, so I shouldn't talk to her right now.
How are things going with Kakeru? Sorry, were you asleep?
No, not at all. I'm still wide awake. Yuiga, right? So far, we've only spent a little time together. But I think we can learn to be good friends.
Friends, huh? I do not think I could ever call him that.
Why not?
He is the type that seems nice at first, but he has a darker side. I would be careful around him if I were in your position.
Should I really be more careful of him? He did tell me to be that himself.
Besides, once we reach our destination, we will all be sent our separate ways anyway. We may end up on opposite sides of a war. I think it would be wise not to make friends with anyone.
But isn't being friends with people a good thing?
It would be awkward if your friends became your enemies, right?
Now I can't sleep.
Okay, and there we're going to end this video before we end up going on too long again. So, I hope to see you in my future videos as we continue along with Koharu and Kakeru, and later on other people. Or, perhaps you'd like to take a look at some of my past videos. And I would be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.